All right, shalom, y'all, Bashem, y'all, Shabbarakatham to all of Israel. This is the ISUPK Las Vegas, and we started out at 1 West 125th Street. And we are under in Harlem, New York, and we are under Commanding General Yohana. You understand? So we gonna get our Wednesday law class kicked off right. If you would please like, share, and subscribe to our channels. Make sure you share the broadcast. If you got any questions, please type them in the chat. Baba Kasha. I'm going to share them right now as well. Let's get this thing rolling today.
Damn right.
Give me 1 second. Let me get it on YouTube and share. Yeah, it's important that all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians tune into these classes and get edified by the priest and prophets of the Lord. You understand? This is imperative.
That's right. And if I could, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's extremely important that if you a viewer and you might be watching this class for the first time, you see what I'm saying? It's important that you support this truth. It's important that you, the same way we take a second to stop and make sure we share and like the class and all of that, it's important that you do the same exact thing. Because what these classes do is change our people's lives. These classes can save our people's lives. You see what I'm saying? So just by you doing that, taking that 5-10 seconds out of your time to like and share the class, you can be helping save somebody else's life as well. So always keep that in mind.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And if you haven't been watching the news lately, you understand that our oppressor has been very active in killing Blacks, Hispanics, and Natives, man. And it's time for us to separate. You understand? Remove your spirit from this wicked our man.
Yeah,
because
right.
They're gonna turn up the heat even more. You understand? And ain't nothing changed since we came over here and changed. Our oppressor has been attacking us constantly. He has his foot on our neck, and is gonna continue to do so until you break away your spirit. You understand? Right. Away from this wicked, evil nation. You know what I'm saying? Called America.
Right.
You understand? And our people, we scattered all out throughout the four corners of the earth. So we reaching out to everybody globally and giving you this warning, this message, man, just like the prophets did beforehand. You
That's
understand?
Right.
Warning the people. We've been sent here to warn our brothers and sisters to remove themselves from this wicked nation. And the first way you can do it is by not, you understand, mixing and intermingling, marrying onto these wicked oppressors who, you understand, will turn you away from the Most High God and keep you indoctrinated, you understand, into their culture.
Right.
That's their whole goal.
Con.
Go ahead,
No, I was gonna say, like, it's so important that we understand, just like in the times of Egypt, man. The only way we're not gonna be able to make it out of here by ourselves. There's so many people that think they got life figured out and they know what to do to escape the white man and how to coexist and all of that other nonsense that we as a people tend to think as time goes on, the longer we're here in this captivity. You see what I'm saying? This is what you gotta understand. Just like in the times of Egypt, God is the only thing that's gonna be able to save us in the end. You see what I'm saying? More and more and more, our oppression will continue to multiply and continue to increase. It's going to keep on getting worse. You're going to keep on getting proven wrong. You see what I'm saying? Whenever you think you got it all figured out, the Lord is going to show you you will never be able to escape this place without me. You see what I'm saying? So we have to. That's what we mean when we say separate from this place, man. We have to humble ourselves and say, "Hey, man, I'm not gonna survive this hellhole without the Lord. I'm not gonna survive this hellhole without keeping God's law, statutes, and commandments. I'm not gonna survive this hellhole." You see what I'm saying? Without turning back to Him and believing that He will save me. You see what I'm saying? Until we do that, man, this nightmare is never gonna end. That's exactly what these classes are about. We're showing you and we're teaching you how and why it's important to turn back to the Lord. So, like,
no, absolutely, and what you're saying is absolutely perfect for tonight, because you got to realize that everything starts in steps. You understand? First, first and foremost, America never wanted you to integrate with Go America never wanted you to integrate with so-called oppressors and black people and stuff like that. They didn't want you to do that in the beginning, but they seen that it was beneficial in order for them to keep you close. It's like they look at you as their enemy. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are enemies to America because they're killing us every day. So what they do is they want to keep their enemies close, and the more they know that they can keep you tied into American culture, the more they know that they're gonna keep you away from the Most High God, and your power will not be with you. You understand? The Lord is not going to be with you when you're indoctrinated with American philosophies and American culture, and you're marrying on to these heathens and stuff like that, in which the Lord never intended it to be. You understand? The Lord ain't intending for us to be out here marrying interracially, you know what I'm saying, and white and black. As soon as you turn on your TV, correct me if I'm wrong, when you go on name your favorite show, and I guarantee the main characters are interracially dating each other. I was just watching what is it, Power? Name a show that you know that you're familiar with, other than, like, I think Snowfall might not have them interracially married, but because that was loosely based on a true story. But any fictional story, you understand, that's on TV, they gonna show an image of a black man and a white woman, woman and a black man. Right. You turn on your commercials, everything they're promoting for us to continue to be, you know what I'm saying, tied into this culture of America, so that we can be lost. Right. Because if you how is it that you're gonna go to war with somebody when your wife is a goddamn heathen? Right. When your husband is an oppressor. Right. When your children, now if you're a woman and you married into a white man, you know what I'm saying, or oppressor, male oppressor, you understand? And your children, you're not gonna be ready to separate from them. Right. You understand? Because you gonna look at it like, well, hell, my husband. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's my family. Yeah, that's my family. How could I'll be a trend. So like, what you saying is so heavy though. Like, that's why you gotta understand, man. Our laws are strategic on how we're going to rule the earth, man. It's the Lord gave us a lot of strategy in this book called the Bible. This history book called the Bible, there's a lot of strategy on how we are going to rule as a people. So if you're supposed to be ruling over these people, and these people have put you through 400 years, really longer than that. But as far as we know here in America, 400 plus years of oppression. How the hell can you fight against them if your wife is one of them? You see what I'm saying? Right. If your girlfriend, or whatever the case is that you want to call it, or your boyfriend or your husband is literally the enemy, you're going to be like, well, they're not all bad. They're not, maybe some of them can change. Maybe they can be, you know, God loves everybody. Now your spirit is going to make you turn against the Lord. It's going to make you turn against your own goddamn people, because you can't get over the fact that you are the one that made the mistake. You can't get over the fact that you don't want to hold yourself accountable. You see what I'm saying? Right. So now, instead of everybody loves to say, everyone loves to believe in karma instead of believing in the Lord, right? Everyone loves to say you reap what you sow and all of that, right? But now you don't want you don't want your heathen wife to reap what she sowed, or her people sown. She can't go into captivity. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to admit that. You don't want to accept what the Bible said, what your king is coming back to do, because you are the one that made the mistake. You see, this Bible not the problem, man. So like it. This Bible is not the issue. You are the issue. And the sooner you gird up your loins, you see what I'm saying? The sooner you take responsibility for what you did, man, the sooner you'll be able to turn back to the Lord, and the sooner, you see what I'm saying, we can make it up out of here. So like, no, you're absolutely right. And I just think back in the time of Moses and us coming out of Egypt, you understand? Just think if all of them had Egyptian husbands and wives that they had to bring with them, you understand? It was bad enough that Moses, you know what I'm saying, that Moses had an Egyptian wife or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? It's just at the point where you thinking about every person in Israel married on to this nation. How the hell are you going to escape? Think about right now. If it's time for you to leave, and the Lord called for us to be delivered out of America, our oppression.
Right.
How the hell you gonna leave and your wife and your kids gotta, you know what I'm saying, come and they all the same people that you are trying to escape.
Right. You sitting there, this is too much for you to accept. You can't take it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, now it's one of them things where well, like I said, now you're taking a Christian approach. You know, maybe they can all you don't want to get on the damn chariot.
No,
here comes our literal savior. Here comes our king on chariots with millions of angels ready to deliver us out of this place. And you sitting there with the enemy. Don't be a traitor to your people. Don't be a damn traitor to your people. And if you already made the mistake, you see what I'm saying? We're not telling you to leave your wife. We're not telling you, because that would be breaking the law. We're not telling you to do that. But don't turn your back on your people for the sake of your heathen spouse. That's the point. You see what I'm saying? If you already did it, hey, the Lord would rather you stay with that heathen rather than continue breaking his law by leaving you. You see my point? But more than likely, when you choose your people over their people, they'll mess around and leave you any goddamn ways. Truth be told, so like it.
No, absolutely, man. So we just trying to get brothers and sisters to understand the importance of, you understand, not going against what the Lord has set up. You
right.
Understand? The Lord made it a difference between us and the other nations. You know what I'm saying? We can get back to Deuteronomy 7 and 6. The Lord made us a special people, a holy people. You know what I'm saying? To the Most High God. That's above all nations. You understand? And I'm paraphrasing. But that holiness is something that you should hold on to. Don't go lusting for these other nations and their wicked ways and their wicked culture, man. And it starts with marrying on to these women and these men. You understand?
That's right.
In the world, they're gonna teach you that love is love. You understand? Ain't that what they say? They say love is love.
Love is love. No matter what form it comes in.
You go on any show right now talking about it's something wrong with interracial marriage, they're gonna look at you crazy.
Right.
Because they want, hell, they want men to be with men and women to be with men. So what the hell do they know about love? You understand?
Right. And
to them it's normal for two men to be together.
Right.
Let alone a goddamn black, Hispanic, and Native Indian with a white person.
Right.
You understand? We're gonna give you some little history though of America real quick. First, we're gonna get the history in the Bible. If you can get for me Bible shot Genesis 6, the 6th chapter, start with verse 4. Bible shot. We're gonna get a little history in the Bible, man. You understand? Go ahead, I'll read it when you got it.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 4. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came unto the daughters of men, and they
slow it down, Mike, from me real quick. So like, start over from the beginning, Bible shot.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 4. There were giants in the earth in those days.
So Christians will have you to believe that giants mean huge, like Jack and the Beanstalk type people.
Right, 3, 5, 4, 5. It was giants in those days.
Yeah, right.
It says it right there in the Bible, right? That's what it says. It says it was giants.
Yeah, they will have you believe that this is some magical book, and there was a point on the time on the earth where there were giants. You understand? Can you give me the definition, Baba Kushal, of the word giant? And you give me the one that I need, not the one that's talking about actual. Let me pull it with you. But yeah, the Christians will have you believe that it was superhuman people on the earth that walk the earth. Yeah, go ahead. I'll read it when you got it.
According to the Merriam-Webster, this is the definition on giants. A legendary human-like being.
No, that's not the one I want. That's what Christians think. It should be another one that's going to be. So if you look, it says right here, giants. The second definition: a person of extraordinary powers.
Mm.
Right? Something you. A lot of it. These definitions is talking about when you look up giant. It talks about uh, size, but that's not the one we want. Is the one where it's talking about a person of extraordinary powers, meaning like you're a powerful person. Who would be a giant on the earth right now? In the chat, anybody? Name somebody brothers and sisters in the chat. Name somebody who would be a giant on the earth. Or a trooper. Name somebody who is a giant on earth.
Maybe these presidents and leaders of these countries and continents or whatnot.
Well, yeah. Name, but give me a name.
Oh, Putin, for example.
Putin, yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
He would be a giant. He's somebody of extraordinary powers.
Kim Jong-un.
Right. He's all what? Who else? Not just a president. What else?
Oh.
You gotta think. Think about. There's another. If I may, there's another definition when you look at the word giant, and it refers to a star of large stature, larger than the sun, and stuff like that. So, what do we call stars today? You see what I'm saying? Those would be considered giant people. Who are the stars in the world? Put it like that.
Go ahead.
These rappers and people in the music industry.
Ooh. No, absolutely. Those would be considered giants. You understand? So when you think of the word giant, don't be fooled into thinking only of the definition that says a great size. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody magical, or some tall individual, somebody that's massive in size.
Right.
Think of more of someone's stature. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody could be small but be a giant.
Right.
You understand? Bill Gates, I'm sure, isn't 7 feet tall, but
Right.
he's a giant. Bill Gates has the type of power that he could get you unalive, I'm sure, with a blink of an eye.
Right.
You understand? He has the type of power that he can change the whole way you look at the internet. You understand? The way you research things.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? These are giants on the earth, and we're gonna keep it moving from right there. So keep reading up.
Okay. So, let me get back to it.
Verse 4.
Verse 4.
6 and 4. Chapter 6, verse 4.
No, I see it. Slightly. And also after that, when the sons of God came unto the daughters of men.
Hold it right there. So there's a distinction, right? In this, where there is the sons of God. Who was the sons of God? Sister says celebrities. Absolutely, sis. Celebrities is exactly, you know what I'm saying, what we was talking about. Giants on the earth. So who are the sons of God? Anybody in the chat? Trooper?
I think so.
If I may, I got a precept right here.
Go ahead. We'll give him a chance to answer it then. Will the precept answer it?
Not. We'll have to see. You know, we're gonna see how sharp the brother is. You know what I'm saying?
Think about it. Just give me a guess. Who would be the sons of God? This is another false Christianity. You know what I'm saying? Christianity get this whole verse wrong.
And if I could, real quick, don't ever be afraid to say the wrong answer. Whatever you think it is, say it and say it proudly and be wrong, because then you'll be corrected. You see what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to say the incorrect thing. Say what it is you think it is. So if you think the sons of God is dog, say that. I think it's the enemy.
So the sister,
you see what I'm saying?
The sister asked, "See that the princes of the power." That's not wrong, but give us a more. You gotta give us an answer for those days. You understand?
Something direct.
Something direct. Think about the time on who in Genesis, who was on the earth at the time when this verse was created. You understand? Go ahead.
the children of Adam and Eve.
Absolutely. Give yourself hands. So that the so-called Adamites, you understand, because why? Why are they considered the sons of God? Go ahead.
Because supposedly they were the first two people that were here on earth. As far as Adam and Eve go, they were supposedly the first two people. And then they had kids and so on and so forth.
That's a Christian faith that they were the first two people on earth.
Right.
So think about it. Think about why they would be considered the sons of God. Anybody in the chat, y'all can answer as well. For you got a precept for it?
Yeah, I got two precepts. So Genesis 2:7 and Romans.
Oh yeah, read it when you got it.
Okay. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 2 and verse 7. You see, as a matter of fact, so like I'm gonna read Romans first. That's what I'll read.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse 14. For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. Now, if I could, let me ask you, Trooper, what do you think it means to be led by the Spirit of God? What does that mean? Who's led by the Spirit of God and why? Like if I look at somebody and I say, like think about the way we talk here in ISUPK, like, oh, that brother's he's in the spirit. You see what I'm saying? He has a righteous spirit on him. What does that mean? Go ahead.
That brother was just righteous. Everything about him was just of the Lord.
Okay, so if I say you're a brother that's righteous, what is that you don't do? What don't you do if I say you're righteous and you're of the Lord? Go ahead.
Unrighteous things, such as sin.
So such a sin. So what is sin?
Not following the law, statutes, and commandments.
So if I say someone is led by the Spirit of God, what does that mean they do?
They follow the law, statutes, and commandments.
Damn right. So when it comes to understanding these precepts, right? These are understanding who the sons of God were. When it says the sons of God, you know what I'm saying, slept with the daughters of men, and that's what the precept says, right? So let's go to Genesis 2 and 7, where it says, and the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. Now Christians would tell you that this is, he formed Adam out of clay. You see what I'm saying? But here in ISUPK, because we understand context and we understand metaphors, we know that, I'm not going to go all the way into the Adam and Eve breakdown, but for time's sake, Adam was raised up in a low state in the earth. You see what I'm saying? And when he gave him the breath of life, what he gave him was the laws, the statutes, and the commandments. You see what I'm saying? And because Adam lived by the breath of life that the Lord gave him, which was those set of rules, the laws. You see my point? His offspring did the same exact thing. And that is why they were considered the sons of God. Because like it says in Romans, those who live their lives according to the breath of life, according to the Spirit of God, they are what? They are the sons of God. You see what I'm saying? We just read it. So that's what it means to be a son of God. You were basically an Israelite who keeps the law, statutes, and commandments. You see my point? Or like you said earlier, Adam's offspring. You see what I'm saying? So like it.
All right. So let's finish that out real quick from Brother Shah. Let's move on.
And you want to start all over, sir?
No, start from where you left off.
Come. And they bare children to them. And the same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. Slightly.
All right, we're gonna drop this and go back. We're gonna go back to chapter verse 2.
Oh, verse 2, slightly.
Yeah.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 2. That the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair. And they took them wives of all of which they choose.
No. So this is reiterating, verse 4 is just reiterating what happened in verse 2, right? So as you could see from the beginning, the sons of God, which we recognize, we established that that's the Adamites, were making marriages with the daughters of men. Who are the daughters of men? Go ahead.
In today's time, would that be like the sisters of the school?
Precept. Let's get it's gonna be in, let me see, Romans. 1 second. Romans 9. Give me Romans, the 9th chapter. 1 second. Give me Romans 9, and we're going to start at verse, I want to say 13. Salakia.
Right, I don't want to be. That's the one. That's Jacob I love.
No. Yeah, not right there. Hold on. We're going to start at we're going to start at 1 second. We're going to do 9 and start at verse 7.
Come on. This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 7. Neither, because they are the seed of Abraham, are they all children. But in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
Go to verse 8.
That is, they which are the children of the flesh.
Right.
These are not the children of God.
Right. So when you think of children of men or daughters of men, this is synonymous with being children of the flesh. You understand? They are not counted as the children of the promise or the children of God. You understand?
Okay.
They are not a part of the promise. They do not have the law, statutes, and commandments. You understand? God only gave, during this time, God only gave the law, statutes, and commandments to the Adamites. You understand? To Adam and his family, out of all the families on the earth at this time. So when you see them making marriages with the wives with daughters of men, which are the children of the flesh, that we read right here in Romans 9, you understand? This is the same. This is the same thing that's going on right now today. You understand? When you're making an interracial marriage with some woman that's not a part of our nation, you understand, is not a part of the children of the promise.
Right.
You understand? You are marrying into the daughters of men. The so-called heathen nations, whites, Asians, Africans, East Indians, you understand, Persians, whatever, Arabs or whatnot. Those are all the children of men. You understand? And the Lord, even in Genesis, forbade us to be with these other nations. You're going to see it a little bit more as we read on in Genesis 5.
Yeah, and if I may, you don't mind, think about what the just think about what the Constitution says about us as so-called Negroes. You see what I'm saying? They say that we 3/5 of a damn man. So even they know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're gonna get there.
Hold that
thought, because we definitely gonna get there.
Like it.
Sister asks, men as in the men of other nations outside of Israel. I don't really understand your question, sis.
It's like, what she said?
She said men as in the men of other nations outside of Israel.
Oh, come. So I believe she's responding to who are the
Children
children
of
of
men.
men.
Oh,
So
yeah,
that
yeah,
would
yeah.
be the children of men who are not Israelites. Because why? Because they're regular.
Yeah.
They're just regular people. They are not chosen. They are not special. There's nothing special about them. Why? Because God did not choose them. So they're regular men. They're the children of men. You see what I'm saying? But we are the children of God.
Think about that though for a second. The Lord called these other nations children, even though the Most High created them, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is how you got to understand that there's a difference between us.
Right.
And there's a difference between people on the earth. Don't let these heathens and white and people try to beg for a place in our kingdom, man. You understand? And beg for mercy on this earth for what's coming to them. And say, group us all into the same box.
We're all people.
Yeah, no.
Not according to God.
Not according to the Most High.
The Bible says that you're all people, but I'm more than just a person.
We are children of the Most High God, the creator of the heaven, moon, stars, the world, the grass, the trees,
the creator of thoughts,
the creator
of ideas,
earth, wind, and fire, rain, sleep, and stuff. You understand? Everything that you see on this earth, man, the Most High is creating, and He's called us His children. You understand? That's powerful to think. And the rest of the nations are your lineage starts with your mother and father. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that special bond with the Most High. He doesn't consider you His children, even though
you're a citizen.
Yeah,
you're a citizen on the earth.
Yeah,
we're the rulers of the earth. You see,
right?
You see what I'm saying? And if I could, real quick, I know it's probably some of y'all watching this, and y'all getting so offended, like they're so racist and they're so this and that. First of all, this is what the Bible says. This is what you have to understand. What you think, your opinion, is completely irrelevant. What you think means absolutely nothing. The only thing that matters in this earth is what God thinks and what God wants. And the sooner you start living your life like that, the sooner everything will be all right on this planet. You see what I'm saying? But because God said that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are better than you and your people, then damn it, I'm gonna say the same damn thing. Because who are you to tell me that I'm a racist for agreeing with God, for agreeing with the creator of water? You see what I'm saying? For agreeing with the creator of the damn planet and the clouds and the creator of you. If he says that my people are better than your people, then damn it, that's what it is. Go argue with him about it if you dare. So like,
yeah, no, absolutely, no sweat. So once again, we just want to establish that there's a difference between us, the children of God. You understand? That includes the women as well. You understand? That's what we're gonna say, children, because this was specific on the sons of God, meaning the men in the nation, because the men carry the lineage, the men carry the seed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important that you understand that in order for us to, the brothers in this truth, you hold a special, not saying the sisters are very much important, you understand? But the brothers are so crucial because you are carrying with you the lineage of the Most High, you understand? And His people.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So you out of control to either intermix our seed with these heathen nations or not. You understand? And the Lord clearly, and from the beginning, we're in the book of Genesis, established that there's the sons of God, which are the Adamites. And we can get into the whole lineage and break down to Adam another time, but we all know, you know what I'm saying, how everything started with Adam and Eve as far as his people being chosen, starting out with God's nation, you know what I'm saying, his first son, Adam, you know what I'm saying? But we showing you that the Lord didn't want, back in Genesis in the beginning, didn't want you to date outside of your nation, you understand? And it's very imperative, these next couple of scriptures, on how the Lord responded to us going against what He established. You understand? And if you could continue reading that for me, Bob, shout right here. We on verse 5.
In Romans 9, right?
No, Genesis 6.
Genesis
6 and 5. I got it right here.
Yeah, no, that's what I got. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 6 and verse 5. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth.
So we just established that the men of the Lord were making marriages with the women of the other nations, right? the people that is not the sons and daughters of God. Right. So they were selected, the daughters of God, selected. And the Lord said that he saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth. Directly after he established that the children of God was marrying onto the daughters of men.
Right.
You understand? So that seed was being intermingled with each other, with the wrong people. You understand? Keep going.
And that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
So this shows you that once you start mixing with these other nations, man, your imagination of your mind, your heart being your mind, is gonna think like them. You understand? You're gonna think like a goddamn heathen, man.
Right.
Why do you think black people suffer from drug addiction? Because you're intermingled with your oppressor.
Right.
Your oppressor is right next door to you. He's at your local grocery store. He's the police department. He's the president. He's the, who else? God damn it, shit. He's the clothing designer. You understand? Why you think
he's the TV broadcaster?
Man,
everything you watch on that damn television, you watching it because that Jewish man put it on there for you to look at.
Man,
and then so like,
go ahead. I was just what you said just made me think of every time I watch Inside the NBA after the game, I just think like, okay, Shaquille O'Neal, 4 championship rings. You know what I'm saying? Charles Barkley was a good basketball player, all-star. You know what I'm saying? One of the top at his position. Kenny the Jet Smith, 2 championships with Houston. Now, what the hell did Ernie, the white man, do to get up there with them, other than just be right there as a goddamn, just all in the mix, all in the video?
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
other than be a son of man.
Right. You understand?
That's how you, and if I may, that's why we teach these classes, because look, what's his name? What's either my name again? So like
Ernie, whatever.
Ernie, you're gonna see him after today's Laker game, right? He's gonna be right there in the midst talking basketball, right? All he did to deserve to be there was be a part of this kingdom. This is the heathen kingdom right now. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So you got all these great sons of God. They 4-time champions, and Shaquille O'Neal and Barkley broke rims just by dunking, and plenty of amazing things that have marked them as giants in today's day. You see what I'm saying? And here comes Ernie, who has done absolutely nothing, and he deserves to be there. You know what? Because when we damn, there's going to be a bunch of niggas having their own popular podcast. We need to throw somebody. We need to throw one of us in the midst of this. You see what I'm saying? Well, guess what? We in our kingdom, it's gonna be reversed. You see what I'm saying? The first is gonna be the last. It's gonna be brothers who I don't need to be athletic to get this damn TV show. I'm here because I deserve it. You know why? Because I'm the son of God. And that is exactly what we are fighting for. That's exactly what we teach these classes for. So, right?
No, absolutely. And that's not only brought him up because they always in the midst of us, man. They won't let you have something of your own.
You can never be free, no matter how much money you have. You're still gonna submit to that white man. So like you're still
go ahead. So like
oh no, so like I was gonna say, you're still gonna be subject to that oppressor. You can't. I'm positive. If you ask Shaquille O'Neal and Shaq and Kenny, if when they decided to come together and do whatever podcast they wanted to do, if they wanted Ernie to be there, they're gonna be like, hell no. I thought they asked us, they came to us with their ideas.
To be honest, I think they would say yes because
hey,
America, you get what I'm saying?
Cool, they probably select it. So like, go ahead.
No, they gonna be like, what's wrong with Ernie, man? Let Ernie be up there. Knowing that Ernie ain't did nothing to be in the midst of them, man.
Yeah, what makes him such a what's the word? A student of the game. They talking about something that they played half their lives. So they know it. They can speak on it. Oh yeah, man. The Lakers lost because they've been there.
Yeah.
You got Ernie. He coming in giving his input is damn near irrelevant every single time. His input is just as irrelevant as anyone else who's never played basketball, who's never been on that big stage. So like,
no, absolutely. Like I said, man, it's every time I see that, I think we can't never have nothing of our own, man. We can't just be left alone and let us do what we do. You know what I'm saying? We play, you know, we dominate all these sports, and yet some damn oppressor is right there in the midst of us. And it's the same thing with when it comes down to, you know what I'm saying, the men and women, you know what I'm saying, joining together, you know what I'm saying, in our nation. We can't never be just left alone. You understand? And it's partially because we don't understand white supremacy and how far it runs deep into our brains and into our lives. You get what I'm saying? If you don't understand white supremacy, just turn on the TV, like we said, and see the interracial marriages that they're promoting in every single goddamn show. Right. Name some shows in the comments if y'all watching TV right now that has interracial marriages on it. I'm not up to date on all the shows, but I guarantee your top 5 popular shows got interracial marriage in it. You know what I'm saying? It's because they want us to be continually leaked in with these people, with our oppressor, with our enemies. Is the only people that's that has to suffer to be next to their enemies at all time. You know what I'm saying? And be under them, not even next to them. You know what I'm saying? Because we're under them in this society. You feel me? We're never gonna get, and like General Muhammad said, we don't want equality here in the UPK, but we're never gonna get that recognition that we deserve. You know what I'm saying? In this kingdom, you get what I'm saying? We're constantly gonna be intertwined with them and get the short end of the stick.
And if I may, this is what you have to understand. If you're a Black, Hispanic, or Native American, this is what you have to understand. Your oppressor knows where your power lies. He understands that, hey, if they so focused on only dealing with each other, that's when they know that's when their kingdom is going to start to fail. So what do? They're going to always subliminally push the idea of interracial marriage on you because they know that is where your weakness lies. Right. Think about it. They don't never show an Asian and a Caucasian in the commercial married in that diaper commercial. You see what I'm saying? Why is it never that? How come there's never an Arab and an Asian couple on television? You see what I'm saying? No, because absolutely. They are not their target. That's not who their real enemy is. You might see them they beefing with ISIS and all of these other nations and Putin. You see what I'm saying? That's not their real target. Their real target, the people they're actually trying to keep down, is you, and they do it by constantly pushing the opposite of what God said in your face. That's why you turn a commercial right now. The first thing that's going to be there is going to be a beautiful sister with some Edomite male. That's what's going to be in the commercial. And it is absolutely disgusting. And you have to know your culture so you can look at it and say, okay, I see what they're pushing on us. Let me teach my children that is wrong. Let me show, because what's going to happen if you don't? They're going to grow up and be like, well, what's wrong with interracial marriages? What's wrong with, you're the problem if you're here in 2023 and you still look at interracial marriages as an issue and all of that. They like to flip it. How the hell are you going to flip God's words? How the hell are you going to try to, how can you dare? I always think to myself, because anytime we teach anybody this, we always pull the scripture, right? Absolutely. To show that this is wrong. The Bible says prove all things. We prove all things. We're showing the Bible interracial marriages is wrong. And they will still argue with you. How the hell can you try to shame God? That's what you do when you try to shame the ISUPK for same things you saying. You literally have the audacity to shame God. You see what I'm saying? That's what these Christians are doing. And this is disgusting, man. And it's doing nothing to raise up our people. It's doing nothing to stop us from killing each other and to stop us from suffering from depression and things like that. All it's doing is you're disrespecting the creator of water. So go ahead.
Did you have go ahead up?
Oh, no, sir. I was going to comment on what y'all were saying about the interracial marriages. One of my damn favorite TV shows, All American, interracial marriage.
Right. See? Man. All American, right.
All American. Another one. Come on, give me some. Give me some.
Outer Banks. It's another one.
What it's called?
Outer Banks.
Outer Banks. Okay.
Shit, they got another one with like a Latino sister and like a white dude on my block.
On my block.
On my block, right.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm going to give y'all some numbers in a minute, right? Because this is a heavy topic, and we don't think how much we suffer from interracial marriages and how that keeps our spirit away from the Lord, man. Your love for our enemies, man. Think about there's no closer connection that you can have than to be, pretty much married, a marriage, going into one another. You know what I'm saying? A man going into a woman. You know what I'm saying? And a woman giving herself over to a man. You get what I'm saying? There's no greater connection than that right there.
Facts.
So if they can get you with that, they got you. It's one thing for you to have a oppressor as your friend. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna have different. Y'all might find similarities and things like that, but it came down to it. You could easily break away from them and, you know, realize, hey, this person ain't into what I'm into, or, you know, they vibe a little off, you know,
Right.
weird. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But when it come down to someone who you laying down with, that's a deep connection.
Damn right.
And the Lord had to, we're going to get into it. Finish this up. We want to finish up in Genesis. Give me the 7th chapter. You know what I'm saying? Actually, start at verse 6 and read all the way through 7. Let the trooper finish reading all these.
We back to chapter 6.
Yeah, 6, verse 6.
I will call this the book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 6. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on earth, and it grieved him at his heart.
Man, the Lord said it repented him, man. Meaning that he looked at it like, man, like I made a mistake.
Right. Like
You get what I'm saying? He acknowledged like this was
God damn, man.
damn. I set Adam to gave him a woman from his own nation. I set him up to win. I taught him, gave him the breath of life. You understand? I separated him from these other nations, told him how to till the earth. You understand? What animals to eat and what animals not to eat. I showed him how to sacrifice onto the Most High and all these things. Gave him the law, statutes, and commandments, man. And his family still found a way to F this thing up, man.
If I could.
Go ahead.
So like, if you claim, so many of us claim to love God and stuff like that, right? If you really love God, this should vex your spirit. This you should read this. It said, and then read that again, Bible Shaw. Read that whole thing, Bible Shaw, for me real quick. Listen to this. This is what we did. Listen to how we made God feel after He gave us every goddamn thing. Listen to how we made Him feel, man, by doing this. Go ahead.
And this is only talking about us marrying onto other nations.
Right. This is one
Keep in mind, the wickedness all stimulated from one act.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 6. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on earth.
So he looking like, God damn. I didn't regret making these niggas. I'm thinking I'm gonna create some powerful men, a powerful nation, have them build and have them rule, and they betrayed me. They betrayed me. I asked them for one thing. I'll give you all the world. I'll give you all the fucking planet, and then some. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I just want things to be ran like this, though. That's what the laws is. He said, hey, I want y'all to rule the earth, but I want y'all to rule it like this. That's all I ask. I'll give you all the gold and all the every goddamn thing. All the joy and all the you name it. Name something you love. It's like it. Y'all get my point.
Yeah.
And I give it to them, and they betrayed me. You see what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Oh, come. And it grieved him at his heart.
And it what?
Grieved him at his heart.
And it what?
Grieved him at his heart.
Do you hear that? Like if you actually claim to care about God, you claim you love God and God is everything and all of this, man, we make God grieve at his heart, man. Because he put his faith in us. And we have the audacity to tarnish that faith, man. We spit in the face of the Most High. That's what we did as a people. You see what I'm saying? I'm ashamed to even read. I'm ashamed when I hear this. I mean, like, and it was so many thousands of years ago, and it still vexes my spirit. Like, what the hell was wrong with us, man? I just think that to myself, like, what the hell? What was we on? You feel me? So that we just had to sleep with that heathen over there. He said, "Hey, man, keep it between you." It's like, if I could, if you don't mind, so like, after everything, let's bring it up to today, man, real quick. After everything that these oppressors have put us through, man, and we went through it together. They brought us over here. They whipped our backs and they raped our women in front of us, man. You see, they raped our men in front of us, in front of our women's eyes, as a dominance tactic, man. In front of our children, man. It is absolutely disgusting for you to have the audacity to look at one of these people after that and still say, "Oh, that was in the past. I can sleep with them." When God has not got his vengeance on them yet, man. It's a lie. God has not repaid them yet.
Absolutely.
Our sisters been here with us through it all. They've been suffering through it all. They was raped by these people. Our great-great-grandmothers. These brothers been with you through it all. You see what I'm saying? Why would we turn our back on each other?
And first off, I just want to make a disclaimer, first and foremost. There's nothing better than a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian woman.
Damn right. I don't give a damn.
I know we fight and we fuss and we, give each other hell behind them closed doors. But guess what? There's nothing better than you sisters on this earth, man. There's nothing more stronger, you understand, strong-willed, you understand, than our sisters, man.
Right.
For you cowards to go outside of that, man, because you can't handle our sisters and you don't know how to deal with them, you're a goddamn bunch of cowards, man. I'm around so many, and if I make real,
go ahead.
I'm around so many cowards that love to date outside their race only because they say that they're easier to get along with. Well, guess what? Ask Tiger Woods, are they easier to get along with? Right now, ask Kanye West. Right now, Tiger Woods is being sued. Hey, I bring that story up for me. And tell me what nationality this woman is. Right now, not Kanye West. Tiger Woods is being sued for what? Bring that up, man. Because this is a goddamn joke.
Right.
For you to think that you can run away from our sisters. So like if I mean,
go ahead.
Run away from our sisters and get something better than a goddamn black woman, man.
And if I could, but while you pulling that up, let me just say this. So all you sisters out there, right, that goes over that.
You got the story?
You got to let me say it real quick before you read that. So all you sisters out there, right? Y'all saying, oh, well, all these black men, they don't want us. They want the Caucasian woman. They want the Chinese woman. I heard the Chinese woman is trending for some reason. Like these brothers want an Asian. No. So I'm not even gonna get into it. But don't worry about them. I'm just gonna say, don't worry about them weak ass niggas, sis. I like you. There are plenty of brothers here in the ISUPK that will be honored to have you on their side, have you on their team. You see what I'm saying? Absolutely. There are plenty of brothers here in the ISUPK. Just come this way. If you surrounded by cowards who can't handle your damn attitude, they don't know what to do when you get an attitude. We know what to do when you get an attitude. Don't worry about it. Come this way. We will deal with it. You see what I'm saying? You don't ever have to choose someone outside of your race, as long as the ISUPK and the Command and Honda is here. So like,
go ahead. I'll read that story out. Read it out.
Come. You on something like the very top.
Just read the story on what's going on with Tiger Woods. Get to the part wherever. If they start out at the top, for time's sake,
Come. After Erica Herman filed a lawsuit seeking a notified and NDA she signed while working for Tiger Woods, her former boyfriend Woods filed a motion to compel arbitration on Monday, calling her a jilted ex-girlfriend. Herman is also suing the golfer for $30 million after she claims
how much? Hold on, time out. Get to that part. She's suing for what? Hold on, listen to this.
Herman is also suing the golfer for $30 million.
For $30 million.
After she claims she was locked out of their shared home in Florida.
So
like,
whoa. Hold on. Go ahead. What was you mean to tell me?
I got a lot to say.
She's suing for $30 million because he changed the locks on a house that I'm sure he bought.
And he owned.
That she was only that. This is a girlfriend, right?
Come.
In the world, okay, right? So in the world, that's not even his wife. Right. They're not legally married. She's not entitled to anything.
Right.
She's suing him for $30 million US dollars.
And if I may, not real quick, the white man is just the devil.
The white
she might win. She might win. But think about the audacity though, for you to think that you're entitled to $30 million because y'all separated and the locks will change. Now, oh nigga, you must have lost. You know who I am? I'm the devil the Bible speaks of. You owe me $30 million, damn it. Who are this is my kingdom. Who are you to like me out of your house?
Right.
That's basically what she said. Cause you imagine somebody look at you, daddy. Like you imagine like this is so like this is why we cannot deal with these people, man. Don't betray your people. He separated from this white woman and she want $30 million because nigga, you got the audacity to change the locks. You know who I am? I'm the white woman. You don't change no damn locks around. I don't give a damn if he separated. This is my shit, man. So like that's basically what she's saying. You feel me?
She said, "Who are you?" No, she said, "Who are you to leave me? You can't leave me. You know who I am? What's her name? Herman."
She said, "My daddy's a damn slave. My granddaddy's a damn slave master."
Erica Herman is a nobody.
A nobody.
But she has the audacity to sue one of the greatest golfers in golf history, a black man by the name of Tiger Woods, for $30 million US.
And that just goes to show you, no matter how far you go in this kingdom, this is our enemy's kingdom. No matter how big or how rich or how successful you get, you will never be more valuable.
Tiger Woods needs to Tiger Woods need to go find him a goddamn sister. Tiger Woods, if you ever watch this, find you a sister. It's not working out. After the first white woman you had, she took you for all your money, half your money, beat you upside your head with golf clubs. You won one master since then. You ain't been the same. You ain't been the same since. Career is in shambles.
So
like, just give it up. You get what I'm saying? This is what the Lord warned us about in Genesis, man.
And if I may,
the Lord don't have to destroy the earth again.
Right.
He's just gonna watch you destroy yourself, trying to deal with our enemies. We got another one. Tiger Woods. We're gonna keep on with Tiger Woods. Keep going because Tiger Woods. I think he countersued. Finish that. If there's any more on that, go ahead. Make your point.
I was gonna say it. So you know what Tiger Woods needs to do? Don't sweat. You know what Tiger Woods needs to do? Tiger Woods needs to come to the ISUPK Command Indiana and put on all black.
That's right.
Because we'll not only will we show them how to deal with women, we'll teach them to stay away from the nation of people on the planet who just wants to extort them. I'm pretty sure it was her plan all along. She's like, yeah, we're gonna break up eventually, but I bet you I get $30 million out that nigga though. Like, you see what I'm saying? So like,
and the thing is, you thought they were easier to deal with until you got a $30 million legal lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? Pending in court that you got to countersue, and now you got to fight. Even if she don't get 30 million, you finna pay your lawyers millions to keep her from getting 30 million.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it's cheaper to stay with your people, man. You know what I'm saying? There's not too many stories I see with sisters out here. Now I'm not saying they don't be, but I don't see too many where they gon' because Salakia.
30 million.
These black women getting goddamn put through way more than get locked out of the house, and they damn sure ain't even thinking about picking up no goddamn phone and calling no goddamn lawyer to sue for 30 million.
They don't even got kids together. So it'll be. I dare say I could understand, but it'll be less surprising if he at least had a child with her. And now she's like, you like me and my child. Hey, me as well. But I'm gonna show him first. Like, they have a child together, and now you like me and my child out the house. Now you got more of a damn case. Now society can look and try to understand why you want $30 million. You see what I'm saying? But y'all, I don't know how long they've been together, but y'all was dating.
That's like you said earlier. That's just a goddamn oppressor imposing her will because it's her kingdom. Because it's her kingdom. You understand?
So like it. Love me with our people. Man.
Hey, listen. Hey,
love me with us.
Let me get the first part of. Did we read? Let me get the first part of chapter 7, verse 7, and let's move on from Genesis.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 7. And the Lord said, "I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth."
Man, this just goes to show, man, that the Lord was so grieved with us taking on these marriages, these unlawful marriages, man, and He wanted to destroy man from the face of the earth, man. That's how much wickedness was on the earth at this time, man. And just think, wickedness right now is at Oh my God. You understand?
It's an all-time high.
Man,
This is
this is back then when they was probably, I'm not saying it wasn't, but I'm sure this kingdom has surpassed everything that we're reading about.
Hey, real talk, if I may,
what's going on? Trust and believe.
I always like to say, I'll be like, man, we worse now than we've ever been in Israelite history. Like, we are so bad right now. You could take everything we ever done wrong in the Bible, everything we ever done wrong that's written. Right now, this kingdom, we're doing it all at once. It's like, this society, that was Sodom and Gomorrah. This society was interracial marriage. Right now, we're all of that, all rolled up into one wicked kingdom, man.
Listen, I think about them, man. Sodom and Gomorrah probably had trannies and all that, but now your children are trannies. This is how deep it is. They trannies at babies now. At this point, man. They ain't even, you understand?
You can damn just say, I wanted a daughter. I'm just
like that's what they raising their kid. Little boy is a little girl right now. Oh, this is how wicked it is right now on the earth, man.
And if you don't mind me saying,
comes from us intermingling with these other nations. Man. It's imperative that you get this. That the Lord do not want us to be a part of what this nation has to offer, man. Right. We're gonna move on from Genesis. I just wanted to show you in the beginning that these things were still going on. We're gonna give a little history on even in America, man. I don't know if y'all knew. How many of y'all knew that hey, shalom, sis. Shalom, sis. Shalom, Lord of Christ, sis. All right. I don't know if y'all knew in America, we're gonna get a little history on American in the United States, man. So look up anti-miscegenation. Here, you look it up for me, Baba Bashar. This word right here, miscegenation. M-I-S.
Miscegenation.
Yeah. So America, during a little short time after the Civil War, so a short time after you were fighting hand in hand with your oppressor. So it was black and white people on the front lines fighting for America, right?
Yeah, I gotta be ready for me.
Shortly after that time, right? Even America did not want you to date outside your race. You understand? They didn't want you to date outside your race so much that they had laws enacted in a lot of states that allowed the cause for you to not be able to date a so-called oppressor or a white woman or white man. You understand? Right. So what is that word? What is that word? Miscegenation.
Anti-miscegenation laws or miscegenation laws are laws that enforce racial segregation at the level of marriage and intimate relationships by criminalizing interracial marriage and sometimes also sex between members of different races.
This is in America. You understand? She said dub nation. Absolutely. Nation. Absolutely. You understand? We're going to get on to that another time. But yeah, don't worry. It's a lot. But but read that one more time, Mark. So like read that one more time about the show. This is America. This ain't goddamn China or somewhere else. This is right here in good old supposedly United States of America.
The home of the free and the land of the brave.
Man, yeah, go ahead.
Anti-miscegenation laws or miscegenation laws are laws that enforce racial segregation at the level of marriage and intimate relationships by criminalizing interracial marriage and sometimes also sex between members of different races.
Man, this is what the United States has. You understand? They had this going on right after the American Civil War, man. So it says right here, I'm gonna read a little bit, right? It says in the United States, anti-miscegenation laws were passed by most states to prohibit interracial marriage. So most states in the United States, man, you could not marry outside your race. Think about where we would be if the United States kept that. You understand? Where they prohibit you to sleep. You know what I'm saying? You to be able to sleep with another race or whatnot. You understand? Think about how much better we would have been if we would stay right there. You know what I'm saying? So it says, and in some cases also prohibit interracial sexual relations, man. So you couldn't even have sex with. This is what Martin Luther King fought to repeal. You understand? Martin Luther King was on the front lines of changing these laws. You understand? So that it'll be okay for him to have his orgy mic. You understand? His orgy mic escapades. You understand? With white women. You understand? Right. This is what he understood, that these laws existed in a time where it was not safe for blacks and whites to be seen dating. It wasn't safe for blacks and whites to be in relationships, to have sex with one another, and laws forbid them to do these things. Mm. And these brothers, unfortunately, was on the wrong side of a fight that the Lord did not want you to have. And this is ultimately why Martin Luther King's movement died along with him. You understand? Because interracial marriage is a sin, and the Lord forbids you to date outside your race. So let's keep going. It says some such laws predate the establishment of the United States. That's crazy. These laws predate the establishment of the United States, man. They predate before the states became united. That's heavy. The white man came in America knowing he didn't want to marry onto you, man. Now you can't stop turning it on to your TV. You can't find a show that don't have interracial marriage. Right. What changed? You understand what changed in America? We're gonna get into it, man. It says, let's see, we're gonna. All right, so that's pretty much it, man. We can get into the states on your own time. Look up the states that allowed it and the states that didn't allow it. You understand? It's an interesting topic. If you didn't know, it was illegal at some point for you to date outside your race. You understand? So I just want to bring that out, man, because the white man is the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of, man. And he's gonna find a way to, you understand, keep you in oppression, man, one way or another. It was cool for you to not be able to date when you was a slave, right? But once he so-called freed you, he, like I said earlier, he wanted to be right there next to you. He said, "Hold on, wait a minute. We got to find a way to join with them and make sure that they go nowhere and they continue to be a part of, you know what I'm saying, this culture and be indoctrinated with the American culture." Go ahead, Bob.
And if I may, I was gonna say this: the real reason that this law was abolished, the real reason this changed, the real reason Martin Luther King succeeded is because our enemy is a damn serpent. They're very wise when it comes to how to uphold their power. They know exactly how to keep us down. You want to know why none of us say what's the name of this law again? It's like
miscegenation.
We don't know why we don't ever hear about miscegenation anymore. In school we didn't learn it. Right? We didn't learn about miscegenation laws. You see what I'm saying? We don't know what the hell this is. This is a powerful priest who does history, so he able to pull it up and teach and show you. You see what I'm saying? But the real reason that miscegenation is now a thing of the past, a thing that we never hear anymore, is because our oppressor decided they can better keep us down if this is something that they remove from their, you know what I'm saying, from their rules and their laws. They say, you know what? Let them niggas marry and sleep with whoever they want. Because then they go, one thing about black people, and we all know this, we don't really like being told what to do. That's our damn problem. Look at the Bible. We had God on our side, and we refuse to listen. You see what I'm saying? We don't like being told what to do. They realize that. They say, you know what? Because we've been pushing for so long for them not to sleep with us because we don't want them niggers, as they were saying it, to sleep with our daughters. They say, you know what? Let's take that rule away and watch them turn on each other to sleep with us. There was a time, well, even still now, once you make it big, oh, you're going to get a white woman.
If it ain't white, I heard people at my job say, if it ain't white, it ain't right.
Oh my God, if it ain't white, it ain't right. So like they go and get an all white house. Man. That's how destroyed we are as a people. You see what I'm saying? But think about your Magic Johnsons and Give me some other celebrities who married to white women.
No, Magic Johnson not married to a white woman.
Who is it then? What's the basketball player that's married to a white woman? Say his name. Whoever it is, there's countless. But the point is, we get all of that money, and the first thing that we want to do, right? There's about a 5%. Out of 100%, about 5% of celebrities who actually stayed in their nation. But it was damn near like
get into the numbers too.
Right, where you make it big, you got money, you would have to go get a white woman. That's like the evidence that you made it. No, I got a white woman. Right, nigga, you ain't like me.
But one thing too, the most important thing you gotta understand on why the white man has changed course when it came down to interracial marriages is because he knows that it's a sin against our power,
right?
The Most High God. And he knows that as long as we are sinning, the Lord will allow us to be destroyed.
Absolutely.
Just like in the time of Adam, when they were sinning against the Most High, the Lord destroyed the earth. He knows that if he can keep his people in sin, then you are at a weak state and the Lord is not with you and you cannot overcome your enemies, man. And that's the most important part. He knows that he can defeat you as long as you loving that white woman. Look at Tiger Woods. He know that your money gonna be tied up. Just think, all the athletes that got look up what happened to Jonathan Majors. Now, mind you, this man has been in he just did Creed, Quantumanium. You know what I'm saying? He's been in all the movies now. He did Deception or whatever the airplane movie. You know what I'm saying? He's in all the goddamn new movies. He's the new token black guy that they got for the movies.
Right.
But look up what's going on with him real quick. Shop, you don't mind.
Come. This is from CNN. Jonathan Majors appears in court for domestic violence case that his attorney calls a witch hunt. So let me get a little more on it.
Man, this is a brother who, if y'all don't know, like I said, just was in Creed. He hotter than fish grease when it comes to the movies, meaning like he's getting all the movies. You know what I'm saying? He's doing it, and his whole career is now in shambles and on the brink of, you know what I'm saying, being at a standstill, all because of a white woman's accusation of domestic violence, in which he said, bring up what happened. Let's hear what happened.
Majors was arrested on March 25th after he allegedly struck, shoved, kicked, and otherwise harmed a woman during a dispute in New York. In the updated complaint, the woman states that the incident began at around 12:40 a.m. in downtown Manhattan when Majors allegedly pulled her right middle finger. Pulled her right middle finger, causing bruising, swelling, and substantial pain. Jonathan Majors' lawyer blames racism as new assault details emerge.
This is deep. You understand? That brother over here is fighting for his life. You know what I'm saying? He is on man. And it's all. It reminds you of, you know what I'm saying, the witch hunt that they did back in the day of a not of course not Emmett Till, but some accusation. How many stories do we gotta have of an accusation? Accusation, and it's costing some brother millions. It's on and so forth. We can go throughout every year. It's at least one or two of these celebrities that love white women, and they're being sued or being accused of some harm. You understand, or doing something to some poor innocent white devil. You understand? It's a lot. You know what I mean? So this is nothing new. This is why the Lord tells you to stay away from these other nations. If I may. And these are men that are giants on the earth that are going through it, and so forth and so on. Go ahead.
if you are considered black here in America and you have the audacity to sleep with someone outside of your race, when I say outside of your race, I'm talking about black, Hispanic, and Native American. You sleep with someone outside of your race, man, you are spitting on the grave of Emmett Till. So like,
Absolutely.
you are spitting on the grave of countless brothers just like Emmett Till who were falsely accused. You see what I'm saying? By these wicked bastards, man. By these wicked bastards. And you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be absolutely ashamed. And if you already made that mistake, you see what I'm saying? And you've been with your, your Caucasian wife for 10, 15 years. I got kids and all that stuff. Guess what? You need to raise your children. Raise your children to not make the same mistake that you made. Why? Because God doesn't want them to sin. God doesn't want them to make mistakes. We just read in Genesis that God grieves when we do something that he doesn't want to do. The same way you would be upset if you tell your kid, hey man, make sure you do this, and they do the exact opposite, you're going to be upset about that. The Lord is the same exact way, man. The Lord is the same exact way. And you would be doing God honor, man, by teaching your children not to make the same mistake that you may or may not have made. Don't do it. So like,
No, absolutely. And this is the thing, though, right? I don't think I've heard a successful story where a black male or female have been in a relationship and the white family just embraced them. I've always, every story that I hear, it's always white family to disown their daughter or son because they dating a black woman or a black man. Like, it's ridiculous. Why go through that when the family don't approve of your marriage? The Lord don't approve of it. Why the hell are you married? Nobody approves of it. Only you and your lust for the other nation, for your white supremacist,
right.
You know what I'm saying, family. And we're going to get into the numbers a little bit later. Before we end this, we will get you the numbers of who's dating who, at what rate, and we're going to show you who, and I want to ask a question right now. Who do you think out of blacks, Hispanics, and natives are dating outside their race the most? Put it in the comments, and we're gonna get you the numbers. And let's see. Don't look it up.
Poll it now. Don't
put it in now.
Don't Google it.
Don't Google it. Cast your vote now, and let's see who you think, male, female, whatever. We can get into break it down to whatever dynamic you want to, but this is something that's serious. As you see, these are trending topics right now. Jonathan Majors is in court right now. Tiger Woods is in court right now.
Stressed.
They going to sleep. Tiger Woods out in the first round. He ain't even making it past the first. He plus. If you know golf, he plus 20.
They going to sleep. Like, they sitting like, God damn. What if I got myself into?
Man, cannot stop dating. That's the thing. You go from one white woman to another. He has a demon on him. So like,
got a demon. So like,
if my neighbor bro, a demon on him.
If you don't mind me saying,
he don't want to stop. Because they got enough.
Hey, he gonna be flat broke and he's still gonna be sleeping with white. He will never learn this lesson. Right. Like, goddamn, niggas are stubborn. So like,
but they are here for you to learn. You understand? Let them be the lesson to you. You understand? It's not what you think it is on that other side, my brothers and sisters. You understand? Look at what Serena and all them going through. Serena out here looking like goddamn she done got changed. So like you go ahead. She looking like she is a goddamn poster for plastic. You got her face looking, she bleaching. You know what I'm saying? Look at Sammy Sosa. Poor Sammy Sosa. Oh my god. Sammy Sosa out here looking like goddamn Sammy Soap. Let me just say this real quick.
This is the problem, like, to my sisters, man. This is the problem with these other nations. We gonna accept and love you as you are. I don't want you to go get no plastic surgery done. You don't need to go get no liposuction or no crazy stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't against lipo. No.
Yeah. Jokes aside, right? We can look at you and we can accept you as you are. As long as you're a righteous sister. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be a brother here in the nation of Israel that will accept you as you are. And that's all our sisters really be wanting. You don't have to go to these other nations thinking they're going to treat you better and then and then cut off half your damn body to meet his standards. And now you walking around looking crazy, and you ain't even, you half black. You half black, because you didn't change your whole life. And if you don't mind, let me just say this. You said something so important earlier, man. You said something so crucial to this topic. You said,
"Get me Deuteronomy 7:3." Oh God, go ahead.
You said, "Hey, look, you got Tiger Woods. They going through all the." Go ahead and read that. I go ahead and read that. It slipped away from me. It slipped away from me a little bit.
Come. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shall thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt
that. Hold on, I read that clear and slow from the top.
Come.
Read it like a statement. So like read this like you're telling it to somebody, but with aggression though. We reading the Bible, you gotta put effort into it. You see what I'm saying? You want to read, don't read it like you're reading some book. Imagine you are sitting there and you're telling someone something. That's how you want to read this Bible, because that's what it is. It's orders. It's history. You see my point?
Make sure you pause at them commas and semicolons.
Right. Go ahead.
Come. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
So who is the them that this is talking about? Go ahead.
The other nations.
Absolutely. The other nations, man. And this is for the children of Israel, man. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. Right. It's clearly telling you, you shall not make marriages with them.
Right.
And it's going to get a little bit deeper. Go ahead.
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son.
Thy daughter shall not give unto his son. Women, you should not be marrying the sons of men.
Right.
The other nations. If they're not a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, you cannot have sex with them. You understand that? You cannot marry them.
You deserve better.
Right. According to the Most High. You understand? Keep reading.
Nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
Man, and you sons, you cannot take on their daughters.
Don't do it.
This is who they talk. The them is talking about. We can get into to the beginning. Read chapter. Skip back to 7 and 1.
Okay.
And these are nations, right? Go ahead.
Okay. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 1. When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it. Right?
Yeah.
So and hath cast out many nations before thee. Let me say that, sir.
Hittites.
The Hittites and the
Girgashites.
The Girgashites and the Amorites. Salaki.
I swear.
And the Canaanites.
Canaanites.
And the
Perizzites.
And the Habites.
There you go.
Salaki. And the Jebusites. 7 nations greater and mightier than thou.
Right. So these are just an example of some of the nations that the Lord told you not to marry onto. But this law applies to all nations. That's not black. That's not the nation of Israel, man. You understand? This is for us to never marry onto them, man.
Right.
Read verse 4.
Come on, verse 4. For they will turn away thy son from following me.
For they will what?
Turn away thy son from following me.
Turn away who?
Thy son from following me.
Tiger Woods. Are you in class under Commandant Juliana? No. Are you keeping the law, statutes, and commandments? No. You understand? Because Tiger Woods love white women. You understand? Jonathan Majors love white women. You understand? All of these so-called brothers and sisters that's out here in these interracial women, interracial marriages, they love their oppressor, man. And they were going to turn, the Lord said, for they will what?
Turn away thy son from following me.
Keep going.
That they may serve other gods.
Oh my God.
And what else?
So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you
And what?
and destroy thee suddenly.
Tiger Woods getting sued for how much? 30 million.
30 million.
You get what I'm saying? This is Jonathan Majors, domestic violence, movie career.
thousands
At a
of
halt.
years later, if I may.
Yeah, so the Lord is gonna destroy you for this. You get what I'm saying? This is not something that you take lightly. You seeing it every day, us being destroyed because we choose to side with the other nations, man, and follow and give on to these other women, man. And you harmlessly think that you are just having casual sex and love is love and all that, but that's not according to the Bible. The Bible says that we are not to give thy sons to them their daughters, and give not our daughters to their sons.
Right.
You understand? So we are out here operating in utter confusion, man. You understand? We out here operating off balance. We in chaos right now because we don't follow these scriptures.
Right.
Go ahead, Op.
And if I may, think about what you just said. We are operating in utter, complete chaos. The reason that is because now we live in a society where morals are completely irrelevant. Children are growing up and they don't want to listen to, you know what I'm saying, the wisdom their parents passed down. They want to find their own way in life and all of that. So now, because you weren't taught anything or because you weren't accepted where you were taught, now you have no integrity, no morals to stand on at all. So now we going out and we doing anything and everything. And guess what? That's exactly what our oppressor wants. That's how they want their kingdom to be ran. They want you to be an individual who makes your own decisions. You don't answer to anybody but them when they want you to. You see what I'm saying? The Bible is the start of morals and integrity, man. You see, if you're a Black, Hispanic, American Indian, you get integrity, you get morals, you get a moral compass to stand on, something strong to believe in. It starts with the Bible. Why? Because look at all of this history that we have, man. My ancestors didn't do this. You see what I'm saying? My ancestors didn't believe in doing that. I'm not going to disgrace what they taught me. That's what this is about, man. When you say, oh, I'm not going to listen to my parents, I'm not going to listen to nobody, I'm going to find my own way in life, they tripping and all of that. Now you're a blank canvas that can be dyed any color, man. That's what you are. You're not warm, you're not cold. You're just waiting for anybody that you deem worthy to steer you in the wrong goddamn direction, man. And that's why we say love you with our people, because we pray that you get steered towards the ISUPK and the commandments of Muhammad. Because you're a blank canvas. Well, guess what? We're gonna dye you righteous. We're gonna dye you a righteous color. You're not gonna be a color that agrees with the oppressor, that agrees with interracial marriage, that agrees with eating pork, that agrees with celebrating holidays and things of that sort. We do all those things. Why? Because of this story right here, where we just intermingle with these nations, man. Because you gave your daughter to their sons, because you gave your sons to their daughters, now we out here celebrating Thanksgiving, Memorial Day, Christmas. So like Christmas and Halloween and all of these things that have nothing to do with us and our goddamn history. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Moses was so if you don't mind, real quick, Moses was a Black man. You don't think your child deserves to know what the great things that he did to lead us out of Egypt? You don't think your child deserves to come to Passover and acknowledge what the Lord once did for us? Acknowledge what a Black man was once able to do by following and obeying God? You want to celebrate Christmas and teach your child about a fat man breaking into your home, sneaking down a damn chimney, as if that's a greater story or something. So
right.
like, I mean, let's compare and contrast. Like, go ahead.
So like, I just want to say, like, and you don't understand that the Lord has a plan to destroy these other nations.
That's right.
Don't join up with these people, man, when the Lord is planning destruction for them. Are you serious? Like you're gonna join in with the nation that the nations that the Lord has fitted for destruction. You understand? The Lord is going to destroy you right along with them, man. You join on to them. You believing in their culture, their holidays, like you said. You eating their foods. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop eating pork because the white man sell it to you I ain't seen a commercial They advertising the burger. They got triple double bacon on it.
Right.
They advertising the
Extra bacon.
They got extra pepperonis on it. If they advertising anything, is swine out.
I guess pork is just the greatest thing on the damn planet. Like they can't put extra, beef or something like that. Pause. So like, it's like y'all really want this.
Wow.
But they're not gonna put something extra lawful on it. No extra lamb.
Right.
Could you imagine an extra lamb pizza coming out? Everybody's gonna go buy it. They know that. That's not the point.
Lamb pepperonis.
Yeah.
Hell, beef pepperoni.
Right, but that's not
hard
the
to
point.
find.
The point is to make a goat pizza. If they imagine advertising that, everybody's gonna want to go try it.
In New York, I seen.
But that's not the point, though.
I seen the oxtail pizza. I ain't gonna lie. Can't wait to get
But how many commercials we seen for oxtail pizza? Pizza Hut not gonna come out with no special limited time oxtail pizza. You know why?
Niggas gonna buy it out. They gonna sell it. They gonna sell out.
And guess why they want to do that? Because the point is to keep you sick. So they gonna keep on Italian sausage with extra pepperoni. Wendy's came out with a new burger with 2 patties and all the bacon you can ask for, 7 new slices of bacon. Because why? Because you are so simple, and in your simplicity, you're gonna continue to sin, and they know that.
And the white man has just ruined mac and cheese. Man.
Oh my goodness!
They don't put lobster,
Bacon bits,
bacon lobster mac and cheese,
like them,
shrimp, crab, lobster mac and cheese,
oysters, you name it. If it's unlawful, they're putting it on there.
I'll go to a nice restaurant. I just want some regular mac and cheese. Hold the lobster, hold the shrimp. God damn.
Can you bake some pasta for me?
Can I just get mama's good old baked mac and cheese? You understand? But they didn't ruin it. You understand? It's because, like you said, they want to keep. You gotta understand this whole principle of us teaching you the scriptures is to get you away from the spell of sin that keeps you under the oppression of white supremacy.
Right.
You understand? And you don't even know it. You don't understand why you can't better your life and you're not. Go ahead. No sweat. You don't understand why you can't better your life. It's because you don't understand that you under the spell of these other nations that's keeping you in sin. You understand? Let's get some more scriptures, man. Get me Tobit 4 and verse 12. Do you need the apocryphal?
Okay. You said Tobit 4?
Tobit 4 and verse 12. Because when you got to pay attention, when the Lord say he's going to destroy you, he's not going to just do it and not give you examples of him doing it before. This has all been done before. What you think? You're getting destroyed only in this generation? You've been destroyed in every generation in the Bible. Because the Lord ain't playing when he says what he says about keeping his law, statutes, and commandments and not making marriages with his people. If this wasn't a serious topic, then it would not be all throughout the scriptures. You understand? Read that when you got it.
Okay, this is the book of Tobit, chapter 4, verse 12. Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy father.
Hold on, what? It said beware of all whoredom. That includes, you know what I'm saying, you whoring yourself out to another nation, to another spirituality, or if you want to call it religion, whatever you want to call it, belief, understanding, faith. You understand? All of that. Beware of all whoredom, but chiefly what? Read that again. Chiefly, start with chiefly.
Chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers.
Man, chiefly, meaning importantly, most importantly, take a wife from the seed of what?
Thy fathers.
From the seed of thy fathers, man. Is that it on that?
Ah, sir.
Keep going.
And take not a strange woman to wife.
Take what?
Not a strange woman to wife.
Take not a strange woman to wife. Tiger Woods, Jonathan Majors, goddamn who else? You name it, they got them. Go ahead.
Which is not of thy father's tribe. For we are the children of the prophets. Noah, slacking. That's right, right? That's right there.
No.
No. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even that they are all married wives of their own kindred.
Man, this is telling you directly. It don't get no direct than this, right? Tobit spelled it out clearly. Read that from the top, read it loud and clear, and go all the way through.
Come. This is the book of Tobit, chapter 4, verse 12. Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers, and take not a strange woman to wife, which is not of thy father's tribe. For we are the children of the prophets, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even that they are all married wives of their own kindred, and we were blessed in their children, and their seed shall inherit the land.
Oh my! Listen. Listen. There's a lot to being a goddamn Israelite, man. There's a lot to it, man. It's not, and I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, you stand to gain so much because we are the children of the promise, man. We stand to inherit the kingdom, man. You can't be intermingling your seed with these heathen women. You have to choose a woman from, you understand, the seed of your fathers, man. Your father's tribe, as Tobit spelled it out clearly. There is no, pun or any type of allegory. It's straightforward. You got to marry from within your own nation, man. Tiger Woods and them have failed us. Majority of the people have failed us because they don't understand what they're doing is a grave sin against the Lord, and the Lord will destroy you for this. That was all one verse. That was all verse 12. Was that the end of it? Keep reading. Read verse 13.
Now therefore, my son, love thy brethren, and despite not in thy heart thy people, and not taking a wife of them. For in pride is destruction and much trouble, and in lewdness is decay and great want. For lewdness is the mother of famine.
I don't have it in front of me. Spell it out.
Famine.
Yeah. No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was it, sir.
That's all the way to 15.
Oh, it's like it. Verse 14. Let not the wages of any man which hath wrought for thee, it's like tarry with thee, but give him it out of hand. For if thou serve God, he will also repay thee. Be circumspect, my son, in all things thou doest, and be wise in all thy conversations. Verse 15. Do that to no man which thou hatest. Drink not wine to make thee drunken. Neither let drunkenness go with thee in thy journey.
Let's just drop it. We're gonna drop it right there. Let me get Ezra 9:1. Baba Kasha. Ezra is in the Bible.
Oh, right.
You got whoever got it.
9 and 15?
9 and 1.
9 and 1.
Go ahead.
Come. This is the book of Ezra, chapter 9, verse 1. Now when these things were done, the princes came to me, saying, the people of Israel and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the lands, doing according to their abominations.
They're called the what?
Their abominations.
Man, this once again, these are accounts of interracial marriages, man, throughout the Bible, man. They calling it an abomination, man. You to marry outside your race is an abomination. You sleeping with that white girl that you think Becky is so great, she is a abomination to you. Disgusting. You don't know what abomination means. Right. Keep going.
Even of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites. That's how you say it.
Just sound it out.
Perizzites,
The parasites.
Perizzites, so like Jebusites, the Ammonites, Moabites, and the Egyptians, and the Amorites.
Man, that's for all you Kemet mobs. The
Right.
Egyptians, you're an abomination to us, man. We not supposed, you Kemites, if you talking about you Commission and you from Egypt, you know what I'm saying? Just stay the hell away from me. You understand? Because the Lord said you an abomination. I ain't supposed to mix with you. So you want to be grand rising and all that, you know what I'm saying? And Commission, and you want to rock that unk and all that garbage. Listen, the children of Israel is not supposed to deal with the Commissions.
Right.
You are an enemy to the Lord. You understand? You are an enemy to us. You understand? The Lord, we celebrate the death of the Commissions.
That's right.
You understand? In Passover. You understand? It's wild. So at the end of the day, listen, we gonna follow the Lord, man. The Lord say we are not to mix with y'all, man. You understand? Because that's gonna bring us destruction. Go ahead.
I just want to say this, man. If you a brother out there, and by that I mean if you are a black man, you see what I'm saying, who thinks that your lineage descends back to those damn Hamites, man, to Africans, I'm just telling you this, man. You are far more valuable than a nation who bathes themselves in the urine of beasts, man. You are worth way more than them. You see what I'm saying? I know our sisters, man. You even mention urine, they go, what's wrong with you, man? Them Hamites, they bathe in cow urine. They do it. They think it's spiritual. I know for a fact your spirit is not. We used to just be like, man, well, why don't you go bathing in cow urine? You so African, right? You so in the spirit and all of that. That's not who you are. You would never go that far. I know you won't. You know why? Because as wicked as you might be in trying to become another people, your spirit will never allow you to steep that low. Just come home, man. Just accept that you are the children of God. You are the people who God prefer, and that Hamites, the African people, are not. You see what I'm saying? Don't say that you what's the word? Descend from the people who bathe in urine and eat dookie pies and so like, literally though, and fly pies. I seen something on Facebook. I like it. They was making fly pies, and the Edomite was they nastier than anybody. The Edomite was sitting there trying to eat it to respect their culture, and he couldn't even take it. He's like, this is putrid. This is disgusting. Putrid means disgusting. You know that don't know. Come on now. You don't eat fly pies. You're not gonna bathe in urine and call it a spiritual ritual. That's not who you are. If that is who you are, then the Lord be with you. But if you're someone who doesn't want to be pissed on, Salakia, I suggest you come over here and find out your true lineage. So like that's all I wanted to say.
No sweat. Hey, listen. Drop that and get you read all the way to verse 3 out. We're gonna run through these scriptures. Read all the way to verse 3 and we done.
Come.
With that.
For they have taken of their daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of those lands.
Man, listen, hold on, pause. Because we're gonna get into Salaki. I don't want to, go too far deep into this seed topic, but the scriptures call your seed holy seed. You understand? Your lineage, your seed, your offspring, you understand? The men, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what we're talking about. It's holy.
Right.
That's deep.
That's hella deep.
So think about that when you're laying with whores and you're laying with these other nations. You have holy seed.
And if I may,
that's something that you and sisters, you think about that when you next time you around your husband or
you got holy box. So like you got that holy box.
This
If I
is
may.
getting explicit.
Y'all know what I'm saying.
Salaki. No, absolutely. Salaki.
You know, like,
Salaki.
mind real quick, like
No,
think of it like this. Think of it like this. Why would you take literal gold and go and give it to somebody who doesn't deserve it? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Lord said, "Man, I gave y'all, I gave y'all holy seed.
That was
I
wild.
gave y'all holy box. You know what I'm saying? Box of
no,
gold.
fact.
And,
No,
and
fact.
if you a brother who got an Israelite sister, you understand.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That is invaluable. We rather to die and kill over that. That's my most prized possession. So like, I don't know anything more valuable
No, absolutely.
than that holy box. So like,
No, absolutely.
why would you give that
to another nation?
to another nation, someone undeserving? You might as well take. Think of all the money. It's like taking $100 billion because our sisters are worth more than that, and you're giving it to someone who doesn't deserve it. Some brothers are so selfish. This is the subliminal trap that person got us in. Brothers, some brothers are so selfish. They don't want to give you $10. You ask them, so, hey, we owe $10 still so I get paid. That's you asking them for an arm and a leg. They don't want to do that. You see what I'm saying? They don't even realize, man. The Lord said you have holy seed, man. You are worth far more than all of the riches on this planet. You're worth to God. You're worth more than that. The Lord will burn all the money on this damn planet in America. He's going to. Money is going to be currency. You talking about currency? Man. It's going to be nothing. You be the richest man on the planet. When Christ cracked that sky, that means nothing, man. $100 trillion means nothing.
No, really.
You are the one who's valuable. Why would you give something more valuable than money, more valuable than gold, more valuable than rubies and diamonds to someone who doesn't deserve it? You have to really think about that. So like that's a
no,
really on that for a second.
And all jokes aside, though, you gotta look at yourself like that. You know what I'm saying? Like these brothers and sisters is unknowingly doing this, laying with these other nations. They don't realize how it's like laying with dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lord called them
taking the children's bread and cast it to the
dogs, man. Like you're laying with the low of the earth,
the scum of the earth,
man.
Like it's like being rich, and then you go like it's like being rich,
it's right? Like giving your box to bums.
To bums. Why would you let a bum enter you? So like that, I don't know, that's too implicit, but same thing with our brothers, man. Why would you? It's like going and choosing. Like this is who you want to sleep with, like a crackhead or something. Like you know what I'm saying? No, this is like it's unthinkable. Like I don't even want to touch that. It's who knows where it's been. The same way you have the audacity to look at your brother, man, who's unfortunate and might be strung out on them drugs, and you look at him like, oh, who knows where it's been? That's the way you should be looking at these oppressors, man.
And get this though, the brokest brother, right? The brokest brother, the brokest sister,
right? Go ahead.
Is more valuable than the richest of their nation.
How much more valuable? 10 times,
man.
20 times,
man.
30 times.
There is no
all of that.
You can't even put a number on it. So that brother that you think sitting up ain't got no job, play PlayStation all day long. You understand? He's more valuable than a Bill Gates to the Most High God. You understand? Because that seed that Bill Gates gonna put in you is worthless. But that seed that PlayStation, no job felon has is more valuable than Bill Gates' seed. That's deep. You understand? You don't understand that. You have to understand the scriptures to understand who we are and the value that we have on this earth, man. Right. That brother, he can move. He's gonna be performing miracles while Bill Gates is going to create more Planned Parenthood, more ways for you to kill your brothers and sisters. You understand? And that's just the works of our enemies. And that's who they are. You understand? Are we done with that? Is that all the way to verse 3? Drop. Finish that up and give me and go drop down to verse 10.
Oh, God. Yeah. The hand of the prince and the ruler have been chief and their trespass. Trespass, like it. Verse 3. And when I heard this thing, I rent my garment and my mantle and plucked off the hair of my head and of my beard and sat down astounded.
Listen, when Ezra heard this, he found out you was sleeping around with these other nations and all that, he rent his garment. He tore his garment in frustration because he couldn't understand why in the hell are the sons of God sleeping with the daughters of men with these heathen nations and mixing that holy seed with these goddamn inferior people, man. You understand? Because that brother cared about his people, just like we care about our people. We care that you out there sleeping around with the enemy. You understand? We give a damn about that. That's important to us because we want our nation to be strong. We want our nation to be serving the Most High God, man. Drop that and give me that verse 10. We're going to run through a couple more scriptures.
Ezra chapter 9, verse 10. And now, O our God, what shall we say after this? We have forsaken thy commandments.
Come, all the way to 12.
Come. Verse 11. Which thou hast commanded by thy servants, the prophets, saying, the land unto which ye go to possess it is an unclean land with the filthiness of people of the lands, with their abominations, which have filled it from one end to another with their uncleanness. Verse 12.
The uncleanness. Why you?
Keep going.
Verse 12. Now, therefore, give not your daughters unto their sons.
That sounds familiar.
Neither take their daughters unto your sons, nor seek their peace or their wealth forever.
Man, we just read that last part. Neither seek their what?
Neither seek their peace nor their wealth forever.
Neither seek their peace or their wealth. That's hard for people to understand in this life, man. Don't seek the wealth of the white man and their family. You got so many sisters. I'm gonna get with a white man because his credit better. He treat us better.
Right.
You're falling victim because you're in his kingdom. You ain't gonna end up with none of his wealth.
Real talk.
You're gonna be Bonquisha, you know what I'm saying, his little side piece.
Oh my goodness.
That he won't bring home to mom because he knows his mother, because America doesn't approve. We just showed you they never wanted you to marry their sons.
And if I may,
they don't approve of that. They're ashamed of you.
They're ashamed of you. Right. They don't even want to. Hey, Billy not going to bring you home. Latasha, Billy will never bring you to his mother. You know why? Because he's ashamed of you. He's ashamed to bring you around his people. You know why? Because in their culture, you're just another nigga. And why would you lay with her? Why? They gonna look at him like, why would you bring her around us? We're too. They look at you like you're a disease. Why would you bring this nigga around the family? You see what I'm saying? He's ashamed to bring you around. You gonna marry a man who's ashamed to bring you around his family? So like, I thought that my sisters held themselves to a higher standard. That's just what I thought. So like, go ahead.
No, you isn't it perfect? Because at the end of the day, like, we just brought out America never wanted you to join with them. They had laws that stopped you from having sex with their sons. So what made you think you think that just because some people changed, that don't mean that the spirit behind that law has changed. Just it's no different than slavery being abolished, right? The spirit behind slavery has not been abolished. You understand? The white people still feel like you're subservient to them. They still feel like you should be serving their McDonald's, working in their restaurants, you know what I'm saying, pumping their gas.
Right.
You should be in servitude. They're just don't have you in chains. They still feel like you're not worthy of their daughters and their sons, and they're not gonna bring you home proudly. Let's get into some numbers in a minute. We gonna read a couple more scriptures and we're gonna get into these numbers because y'all don't understand America and the deception. You think America really wants you to be integrated with the white man, but when we get into these marriage numbers of interracial marriages, you'll see that you've been duped into you sinning against the Lord. But white people are marrying at a a great rate with each other.
Right.
But you are interracially marrying at a disproportionate rate.
Mm.
You understand? And we're gonna get into that. Let's get a couple more scriptures. Let's get first address. Give me first address. I believe that's 669 through 70.
69 to 70?
Yeah. Whoever get it, read it. Brother for sure. First address.
8, right?
8.
69 through 70?
Is it 8? Is it a 69 or 8? Let me see. My handwriting a little messed up.
That's all good. Hold 1 second,
I said 6, but is it an 8?
Oh, 6.
Is it a 669?
That says 869. Let me pull up 6 real quick.
What does that say though?
That's first Ezra's
I know,
869 through 70. Chapter 8, verse 69 through 70.
No,
Yeah, it might be. Yeah,
That
it might
one
be.
you
Yeah,
want right
that's
there?
the one I want. Yeah.
Okay.
It might be 8.
All right, this is the book of First Esdras, chapter 8, verse 69. The nation of Israel, the princes, the priests, and Levites have not put away from them the strange people of the land, nor the pollutions of the Gentiles, to wit, of the Canaanites, Hittites, Perizzites, Jebusites, and the Moabites, Egyptians, and Edomites. Is that the one you want right there?
Keep going.
Yeah. Verse 70. For both they and their sons have married with their daughters, and the holy seed is mixed with the strange people of the land. And from the beginning of this matter, the rulers and the great men have been partakers in this iniquity.
Man, you hear that? The Lord called this iniquity. He called it the holy seed. Once again, has been mixed with the strange people of the land. These are strange people to us. Huh? Your enemies are strange people to you. They're not who you think. You hold them prestige. You look at these people as they're rich and great. You just read. You're not supposed to worry about that wealth. You understand? Right. They're strange people to us. Huh? And absolutely are. If you ain't never seen these people in action, they are surely strange. From their diet to the way they live their life to the fact that they don't even use a washcloth. Wash their goddamn ass.
So like dirty
bar of soap having that.
like
Hairy soap having that.
They be in the commercials just rubbing the soap bar on the
zestfully clean, nigga. Like zesty ass. Absolutely. You understand? And this is who the Lord told us to stay away from, man. You understand? Drop that and give me verse 9 and start at verse chapter 9, verse 7.
First Ezra chapter 9?
Yeah.
So
and we'll have to do a part 2 on this. You know what I'm saying? Because this leads to so many different things in the scriptures, man. There's so many scriptures on us not being a part of this. We're gonna end it on a couple of numbers. You know what I'm saying? Statistics. You know what I'm saying? So like, are we still reading security?
You don't have to read it. This is the book of First Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 7. So Ezra arose up and said unto them, Ye have transgressed the law in marrying strange wives.
Hold on, what happened?
Ye have transgressed the law.
You have broken the law. And doing what?
In marrying strange wives.
We just told you these people are strange to you. If you marry outside your race, you have transgressed the law. Keep reading.
Thereby to increase the sins of Israel.
Man, you are increasing the sins of this is go ahead.
So like if I made this one thing we gotta understand. Back then, especially now, the Lord judged us as a nation, man. We went into captivity here in America as a nation. We gonna leave as a nation. Ezra is like, man, goddamn, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Increasing our sins. The Lord gonna look at all of us and be like, what's wrong with y'all? You see what I'm saying? Think about when let's say you got 3 kids, right? And they break something. They are playing and then one of them breaks something. You're not gonna blame the one that broke the glass. You're like, man, y'all all in here and y'all broke this. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Y'all doing too much. Y'all on punishment. That's how the Lord operates, man. And that's why we have, damn right, it's a good father. That's why you got prophets. Because what you do with your sons, hey, you the older brother, you supposed to tell him better. You see what I'm saying? Why did you let him do this? You knew you was gonna get your ass whooped, so like you knew you was gonna get in trouble. The Lord is the same way. That's why you got priests and prophets, men who rule over the land. So we can look at our people and be like, hey, what the hell is wrong now, man? I better do this or else. Because God ain't gonna come down on me because of what you doing. I'm not gonna get the punishment because it, man, and what that's what they're saying, man, y'all increasing the sins of Israel. Because we all finna pay for y'all marrying these strange nations, man. You see my point? So like, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say that's why it's important for you to find out who the hell you dating. You better ask them, hey man, who your daddy, man?
Yeah,
First thing I do if I
think about your ancestors,
man.
It's a lot.
If I ever was to meet a woman, hey man, who your granddaddy? Show me a picture. It's a lot. I mean, you know, some brothers ain't that deep, but me personally, I see you looking a little too fair skinned. It's a lot. I ain't into colorism, but hey, dark skinned, hey, I don't give a damn who. They might be Hamites. Shit, you might gotta ask. You know what I'm saying? Because it's that important not to sin against the Lord. You out here meeting these women and men, you want to ask them, hey, hey, what's your nationality? Oh, you mixed? Your mom or your daddy? Oh, okay. No, your daddy, he's Hispanic? Okay, all right, cool. You understand? Because that's important. You understand? It's because we care enough to know we do not want to mix this holy seed with these goddamn abominations. You know what I'm saying? And increase the sin of our nation. You get what I'm saying? And like I say, and a lot of people don't understand the importance of it. But right now, this is the time right now for us to do everything right. It's not time for us to go against the Lord at all. You know what I'm saying? Is that it on that? Did we get all the way to 10?
Last like that was 9 and 7. Let me go all the way to 10.
Yeah. Let's get that, and then we're gonna get some statistics.
No sweat. Verse 8. And now by confessing, give glory unto the Lord God of our fathers. Verse 9. And do his will, and separate yourselves from the heathen of the land.
Oh my God. Separate yourselves. Man, this is what we telling you to do.
Right.
The Bible is your brothers thousands of years ago telling you what to do now. Separate from the heathens of the land. Not literally move. If your neighbor is a heathen, that's not what we're saying.
Right.
It said do not marry unto them. Let that white woman across the street is walking around in them little shorts, begging for rod at any moment. You know what I'm saying? Let her be. You feel me? Because they would listen. I work in the nightlife, and them white women would love to have a black man do any and everything.
If I may real quick, this is what we gotta understand as well, right? If you're a black Hispanic Native American, you thinking this white woman loves you. You see what I'm saying? You thinking she wants you and she's so turned on by you, man. It is a fetish for them, man.
Real
to date someone outside of their race. They don't really love you. It's a fetish. They're like, I got a nigga boy.
Yeah,
that's how they looking at it.
It's forbidden.
And I'm doing something against the rules. Like it just turns them on type time. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it
is.
is.
They know the history of America.
Right.
They know at one point they couldn't do it.
And they grew up hating their parents. They're like, yeah, my father would hate this.
Yeah.
They looking at it. Yeah. It's so deeper to them. You thinking of it like, yeah, I'm that nigga.
No, you too.
Loves me.
No. Niggas too.
Real
brothers too.
My mom would be so ashamed to me.
We ain't supposed to be doing this.
But I'm moving up in the world because I got a white woman like, man, you're working off of lust and off of fetishes, man. You don't really love this person. You don't want any. You really don't want anything to do with them other than deviance,
right? You know how many brothers be like, I'm not gonna marry her. I wouldn't have kids and marry a white woman.
Right. You want them as armed. You want to show her off as armed candy.
Yeah, that's disgusting. It's your token of I've made it, like you said earlier. Right. In America, I'm a successful black man. Look, I can get a white woman.
Right.
To respect me.
You're a disgusting bastard. So
and you've lowered your nation because you're putting them on a pedestal above you.
And
we're supposed to be above them.
Right.
Now you made them the pinnacle.
Man, let me tell you something, man. Our sisters, they deserve our children, man. They are 1,000% worthy of our kids. They deserve it, man.
That holy seed.
God said they deserve it. That holy seed. Put that holy seed in that holy box. So like, don't put it in the. Don't put that holy seed in the garbage box, in the dumpster box.
An abomination.
In the abomination box.
Right.
And you're putting the holy seed in the abominable box. Right. You see what I'm saying? What the hell wrong with you? There's something wrong with you. You have a mental illness. In my head, if you were a brother that are attracted to heathen women, man, you have a mental illness. That's what it is. You got a problem. You need counsel and help. No. You see what I'm saying? Because you're attracted to what Christ described as animals, literally. Beasts. Why are you attracted? Beasts, dogs. Why are you attracted to dogs? Why do you want to sleep with a dog? What the hell is the matter with you? Something is wrong with you. You see what I'm saying? If I look at a human being and he wants to have intercourse with a dog, I'm going to think that he has a mental issue and you need professional help. Well, guess what? The ISUPK and the Commander General, we are professionals when it comes to curing the illness that is in our people's minds, man. You see what I'm saying?
And don't become a Tiger Woods, Jonathan Majors. Who else? Name them. You name them. I don't know all the.
Who might be Jordan with?
Who? Nah, everybody. Michael Jordan with a Cuban.
Okay.
Everybody saying she ain't.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of who else.
I'm trying to get going, Mike. You see how they?
Oh, he mad at LeBron. Got a Judas his thing.
Listen.
All joke.
LeBron got leads to. We ain't gonna talk about it. But listen, because I don't need no backlash about LeBron right now. But at the end of the day, the point of the matter is, you understand, all jokes aside, you understand, this is an issue that our people don't understand. It goes back to them trying to save the so-called white man, you understand, because of that love for that white woman, you understand, and that lust for that white woman. When you've seen the scripture said that love and lust has increased the sin in our nation. You understand? It's going to lead you to turn away from the Most High. You understand? And these fake Israelites and these Christians, they're living proof on why they can't, because you can't save that white woman. You understand? Is the reason why they won't join Commander General now. Right? Because we supposedly are a hate group who hate so-called white people. You understand? Oppressors.
Right.
It's not that we, you understand, hate them because of the color of their skin. We hate what the Lord hates. And we hate what's happening to our people. Right now, we've experienced 2 murders. You understand? And it's just within the last couple of days. You know what I'm saying? Don't get into, the last couple of weeks or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people are, you just witnessed a brother getting choked out. Why would you want to go marry the same man that's going to choke out your goddamn brother, man? What's wrong with you, man? He's going to choke out your cousin. Your brother, you understand? Because he's on the train begging for help because he's homeless because America is in his kingdom, man. Right. You're going to go marry that man? Knock it off, man. Like, at the end of the day, we'll get to the numbers. We'll do a part 2 on this. We'll finish up the rest of these scriptures. You understand? But let's understand that it is a massive sin and a disservice that you're doing to your people by going outside your race and supporting interracial marriages. And that includes with the oppressor, with any one of the heathen nations, man. You are an abomination to the Lord if you are out here doing this. Damn right. And debate. We just pulled scripture that said what the Lord did to his people. You understand how the Lord feels. If you feel like you can come up against this, show me in scripture where it's okay for the children of God to date, you understand, the children of men. You understand? Right. And with that, man, once again, we are the ISUPK Las Vegas. We started out at 1 West 125th Street in Harlem, New York. We are under Commanding General Yohana. If you have a brother or sister that's on the West Coast in the Las Vegas, Nevada area, man, make sure you reach out to us on our social media. Follow, like, subscribe to our YouTube. Tap in with us. We're here to help. If you need any brother or sister is in need of counsel, reach out to the school and get that proper counsel. Do not handle these issues on your own. That's right. And let's get out here and build up our nation and gather ourselves together and separate from, you understand, our enemies and our oppressors, man. Yeah, and with that, shalom.